Hey, it's Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio and welcome to my demo of the Rubberneck fully analog delay from DOD. This is it right here. You heard it on all the guitar parts on the track at the beginning of the video. This is a terrific sounding delay. I'm a big fan and a sucker for analog delays, and this one kind of blew me away. It sounds really cool. Up to 1.5 milliseconds of fully analog delay, so that's all the delay time that one should ever need, I think. And it's got some really cool and unique features that make it really fun, kind of for on-the-fly sort of performance stuff. So let's detail the basic stuff here. You've got a delay time knob, you got a delay repeats knob, and then also a mix knob here that's labeled level. Okay, but then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So you've got modulation in this. So you've got separate rate and depth controls here on a kind of concentric pot arrangement, so you can add some modulation. You've got a tap tempo in this pedal. So there's a tap tempo switch here that lets you pick the subdivisions. You can pick either quarter notes, eighth notes, or dotted eighths. And then you've got two controls here for gain and tone, so you can really kind of distort the crap out of this delay and really drive it hard and make it sort of oscillate. There's a gain knob, and the gain knob allows you to kind of really drive that delay and make it super distorted and lo-fi, and that really works in conjunction with both the level knob and the repeats knob. You're going to find that with kind of low settings of the repeats knob, if you turn that delay gain way up, you're still going to get lots of repeats, and actually it's going to start to oscillate and stuff. So they kind of work in tandem together, and you can find just kind of a magic spot. Then there's a tone control that allows you to really darken up the delay repeats. I should mention, because it's analog, they're pretty dark all the time anyway, but you can make them real dark and murky if you want to via that tone control. Okay, and then you've also got a switch here that allows you to have delay trails, so that when you bypass it, the trails will still keep hanging over, or you can turn trails off, or there's also a kill dry switch. So you could use this like in a parallel effects loop or something like that and set it for kill dry. Really cool. The switches here, you basically got an on-off switch for the unit itself, and then you've got a tap tempo switch here. So you can set tempo either by the sort of traditional way, by the time knob here, or tap tempo. But these two knobs actually have secondary functions, and this is where the rubberneck part comes in. Now, you heard me on the track at the beginning of the video on the lead guitar part. Right at the beginning, I hit an A note, and then you heard it ramp way up in pitch. So what's going on there? Well, with this switch right here, and this is normally the on-off switch, but if you hold it down, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to either cut the delay time in half, okay, which if you do that while you're playing, it's going to send the pitch up, and that's a really cool effect. You can also double the delay time. So say your delay time is 300 milliseconds, well, by holding the switch down, then you can make the delay time 600 milliseconds, and that's going to make the sound kind of dive for a minute and fall as the delay goes doubles. You know, the pitch is going to fall of whatever you're currently playing. So that's kind of what I was doing there. Was I had it set to go up, actually. So I had the delay time set to cut in half, and you heard the pitch kind of take off, and you can set the ramp time. Okay, so how long it takes for the delay to drift from one setting to another. It can be instantaneous, or you can make it kind of go slow, which is what I did in that track at the beginning of the video, and the note kind of drifted up. So really cool. Now the secondary function on the other foot switch here allows you to kind of ramp up feedback and just kind of drive the delay into oscillation. So say you hit the note at the end of a solo or something like that, you can hold that switch down and make the delay just oscillate and kind of go crazy. As soon as you release it, it goes back to your standard feedback settings. So that's really cool. Now you can hold them both at once and get both those effects happening, and that's what you heard me doing in the track at the beginning of the video. I had it set to ramp up, and I also had the feedback set to kind of controlled sort of oscillation sort of sound. And when I held them both down, I stopped playing and just let the note that I was holding ring out, and you heard it go up an octave and then kind of oscillate. And then when I would let it go, the delay would dive back down to the original tempo, and it kind of takes a second to recover since I had it set to sort of slowly ramp up and down. So then you hear some kind of crazy pitches as the delay is sort of finding its original tempo, and that's kind of cool. That sort of adds to the magic because it's just a little bit of random sort of lo-fi stuff that happens. So really cool. Okay, so let's get on to some sound examples. I'm going to solo a couple of those parts from the track at the beginning of the video outside of the mix so you can hear them really clearly. And I'm also going to run you through all the controls using my TC Ditto loop or play a guitar loop into the pedal. That'll leave my hands free to kind of turn the knobs, turn the controls, and really get in depth into what some of this stuff does. Okay, let's check it out. It's the Rubberneck from DOD. Thanks for watching my video on the Rubberneck analog delay, fully 1.5 milliseconds of badass analog delay. This thing sounds just terrific. I really enjoy analog delays and delays with a lot of character and color, and obviously this one totally qualifies. Just a lot of fun. I love modulated delay too, and this one has extremely sweet modulation. So really dig this pedal. It sounds just terrific. You can check it out further at the website you see there on your screen. And hey, I'm Pete Thorn. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. Come back and see me real soon. Take care.